Well, hello there, motherfuckers, and welcome to the Impact Review. Another show of complete fucking garbage. You know, this was a show that put me to sleep during the show. I fell asleep during it, honestly. Not trying to be funny or anything, but this one just gonked me out. You know, it's hot outside. The action wasn't hot. It was boring. I just couldn't take it anymore. There's only so much you could take of boring wrestling. But I persevered because I'm a trooper. Because I want to review the show for everybody here. You know, I've got to see what happens. You know, it's the car wreck mentality. You know, you see a car wreck on the road. You're driving by. Who the hell's not going to look at that car wreck? You know, you got to take a look. That is the mentality there. Everybody rubbernecks at an accident. And that's exactly what TNA is. A big accident on the highway. You know, a big 20, 50 car pile-up of nonsensical wrestling. You start off with Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe, and it's like, haven't I seen this before? You know, Angle, a SmackDown GM, an Angle from an Angle with Angle from 10 years ago. SmackDown GM, Joe comes out, gets in his face, gets all angry. You know, Joe's gotta calm down. You know, he's too angry all the time. Needs to get anger management all the time. Walking around all pissed off, always yelling all the time. Calm the fuck down. You know, he's a guy that cuts the same promo over and over again. Here's the thing, you know, everybody likes to say that Joe is great at promos and everything, and that may be so, you know, but when this concept was originally introduced in ROH, the promos, the passion, it was good. But now you could kind of see that for the past 10 years, Joe has been doing the same exact shit. Getting angry, the same voice, his voice never changes, his face never changes, he's always doing this. Nose scrunched up as far down as it could go against the mouth, the same facial expression. Wrestling, great promos and great characters were made up of great facial expressions. The only thing is, this would be like if The Rock did the people's eyebrow through the whole promo. It would be fucking retarded. You know, Samoa Joe doing this for the whole fucking promo is fucking retarded. It's time to change up the facial expressions a little bit. You know, at least move your fucking eyes, move something on his fucking face. Instead, it's that big fat motherfucking nose, always scrunched up, you know, like he's smelling some shit or something like that. Don't get it. You know, it looks like he had a rotten tuna sandwich or something, not like he's, you know, in a wrestling promotion, you know, trying to get ahead. You know, that's my take on it. Samoa Joe, his character never changes, and it's boring. Samoa Joe's boring. Then you got the Wolves defeating the Menagerie and the Bromans for to retain the tag titles. This match was just complete shit. There, I said it. You know, like nothing happened in this match, and it ended with a fucking kick. And not even a kick to the face, but a kick to the fucking stomach. What kind of a finish is that? You have one of them, whoever it was, Edwards or Richards, throws the guy up. The other one kicks him in the stomach, and that's about it. That's it. A transitional move is the finisher in this match. Complete garbage. Who's gonna buy that? Just a kick. You know, not even a super kick or anything like that. Not one of these big kicks, but a basic little, like, martial arts kick that any bum on the street could do. If you could kick to the side, you could do exactly what Richards or Edwards does. This was completely pathetic, and this is the thing. I'm going to say this right now before the ROH fans attack me. They are great in ROH. These two guys were, you know, amazing in Ring of Honor. But bring them to TNA and they're complete fucking garbage. They're winning matches with kicks. Get out of here. This is just stupid. They're not even portraying them the right way. They should be, great tag champions. Instead, they just look like jobbers who don't even deserve the TNA tag titles. How is that you don't even deserve TNA gold? Anybody, even a crack dealer on the street would deserve the belt. That's how fucking lowly it is. It is probably the lowest championship belt ever. Even, other fucking promotions, even, New Jersey Pro Wrestling, that old promotion, I don't even know if it's still around, XPW, even those titles were more valuable, more prestigious than XPW. I might be getting a little ahead of myself there. Anyway, we have this little brawl between Bobby Roode and Kenny King. It's a match, but it barely looks like a match. And these brawls are getting all too tiresome. This was like boring, really. They were just brawling around. It ends with a body slam on a chair. Okay spot, but the thing is, it's nothing special. You see this kind of brawl every single goddamn week from TNA. They're brawling in the back. They're brawling on the moon. They're brawling in the subway. They're brawling everywhere. One day I was sitting in my living room, and all of a sudden, two TNA guys came, started brawling right there in front of me. Not on the TV, but actually in the room. They're just all over the place. Everybody's just, they're brawling. That's the thing. When I'm in my car, I'm about to turn the key in the ignition and start going to work, and TNA wrestlers are brawling in the back seat. I'm like, hey guys, get out of here. What is this? They brawl all over the place for no fucking reason. Why not just have a basic match? Instead, they start the brawl out in the crowd, the bell rings, and the match ends in about a minute. The actual match it looks stupid. It does. It's just, you can't tell one segment from the other, basically, to sum it all up of what I hate about this. It's not that, I see some people in the comments saying this, oh, you don't want to see a brawl, it's wrestling. Yeah, but sparingly, not every single 10 minutes do we need a backstage brawl, a brawl in the ring or something like that. It's excessive. It's enough already. The same thing being shown every 2 seconds on this show. Then you had Brittany and Madison Rayne stand there in the ring with a little segment. Horrible fucking acting here. And this was just completely just boring out of my fucking mind. An obvious Trish Stratus, Mickie James knockoff. They tried to make like Brittany was a little bit obsessive, but then they saw she couldn't even act. So they went with something a little bit more basic here. And Brittany ended up attacking Madison Rayne. And, who the fuck even wants to see this feud or match? It's enough already having to sit through the beautiful people wrestling and all these other women's matches. Even the more talented knockouts, it's even hard to watch their matches. Why do we have to see these second-rate knockouts wrestle? They're gonna have a match, and I'm not gonna want to sit through it. Then you got EC3 defeating Bully Ray in the tables match. Rhino returned, which was surprising. I didn't expect to see him. Now, I liked Rhino and everything, but returning to TNA is like a dead end. I don't understand why anybody would want to get in this company. Rhino could train the people in NXT, maybe have some matches there, but instead he'd rather go to the TNA. I don't know, maybe WWE doesn't want him or something, but, you know, there he is. He's back, and we're going to have Bully Ray versus Rhino probably at the next pay-per-view. Two washed up ECW motherfuckers. What is it with TNA that they can't seem to get past ECW? WWE brought back ECW. They were the ones to actually bring it back originally. And even they got sick and tired of ECW. They don't even mention that shit anymore. TNA brought back, you know, EV2 or whatever, because they couldn't call it ECW. And they can't seem to get past this. Every single couple of months they bring up something ECW-ish. Rhino's back. Do we really want to see Rhino and Bully Ray wrestle? I mean, come on already. These two grandpas here, it's time that both of them fucking retire, you know. So they may not be that old, I know, but, you know, come on already. This TNA was once supposed to be for the young guys, the up-and-comers, and it's, you know, all you get is a bunch of old men. Every single time you think they're gonna, you know, make it about the young guys and everything, it's right back to the old geezers. And then it was Gunner, Samuel Shaw, and Christy Hemme all involved in a backstage skit. You had Samuel Shaw apologizing to Christy Hemme. You know, Gunner is the one who got him out of the mental institution. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, who fucking cares? You know, who cares about this shit? Who's really gonna be like, oh man, that's, you know, that's real tight there, yeah. You know, he's apologizing to Christy. Like, who, which Mama Luke, which bum is actually going to enjoy a segment like this? You know, you put segments on a wrestling show to entertain people. Who's going to be entertained by this story? You know, who is going to find this appealing? You know, it's just, it's moronic is what it is. It's a waste of time, a waste of oxygen, and it's a waste of money paying all these people who don't even know how to act on the show. You know, Samuel Shaw, just monotone, you know, I guess it's the monotones because of the craziness, but it's boring. He's being boring, you know. Who wants to hear him talk for 10 minutes apologizing to Christy Hemme when it's all the dialogue is being read in a boring voice? Seriously. There's no entertainment to be had here from these characters. There's no character even. Then it was Gail Kim defeating Angelina Love for the Knockouts title. You know, they tried to kind of bribe the ref in a way by being all sexy. You know, that's a big fail of a match, and it was a fail even putting the title on Angelina Love. What was the fucking point of that? Why have somebody who can't even wrestle wear the belt? You know, as I said, the people who come on my videos to defend TNA always talking about how the Knockouts division is better. How the fuck is it better when Angelina Love is the champion? Now Gail Kim's got the belt back, but you know she's been knockout champion probably more times than Cena's been fucking champ. How many times is she gonna win the belt? Every single time they seem like they make a bad decision with the Knockouts belt, they just put it back on Gail Kim. Gail Kim isn't even that great. You know, like, why put it on her again? You know, nobody new. Don't even try to develop any new women's wrestlers. Just, you know, throw it back on Gail Kim again. Stuff, a waste. A fucking waste, people. Then in your main event, these big-time main eventers here. Bobby Lashley defeats Eric Young to retain the championship. And, you know, this was a match where I really didn't care who fucking won. You know, decent match. I'm not going to really say it was bad. I'm going to be honest here. They went with Eric Young acting like he injured his leg to give him an out in this match. If you want to really get all technical and PW torch about it, you could say that, Eric Young lost the match because of his pay. Whatever. You look at a main event like this, Eric Young and Bobby Lashley. And then you look to WWE and think about it. Remember what I complained about on Raw, how the next pay-per-view was going to be Cena, Reigns, Orton, and Kane, all guys I hate. But at least those guys are prestigious. They've been in the main event for a while. They weren't just thrown out there at random. All these guys cut promos on a regular basis. And, they're all main eventers. They're all household names for the most part. Now, back to TNA, Bobby Lashley and Eric Young. You're a WWE mark. Get the fuck out of here already. If you can't understand the point of what I'm trying to say, you're in denial, motherfuckers. WWE's up here. TNA's all the way down here. Even though WWE sucks, let's be honest here. This is fucking garbage. TNA is trash. Anybody who comes into this promotion is gonna hit a fucking wall, a dead end. And that might be the case for certain WWE wrestlers. Some guys can't seem to crack that glass ceiling, like Bray Wyatt or somebody, but at least, those guys have a little bit more integrity than the TNA guys. The shit that TNA makes their talent do is just preposterous. This is a truly terrible show. It really is. I've never just sat there for 2 hours and just been more flabbergasted at how terrible a show could be. Everything is so repetitive, dumb, and just pointless. Everything is pointless because there's no point to it. It's not entertaining. Why is it there on the show? Alright, motherfuckers. TNA, once again, another shit-ass show that just completely bored me to tears. Alright, motherfuckers.